Salutations everyone, and welcome to my Q&A video. For those of you who may not be aware of who I am, well, why are you here? No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're here, but for real, my name is Mr. Dr. Prof, also known as the Dr. Prof or the Burnt Sienna King. A few weeks ago, I tasked my Twitter followers with sending in questions for this Q&A video. It only took me a month, but today I'll be answering these questions and hopefully providing some insight into my collection. Now, our first question is arguably my most asked question across the community, but these three specific ones are from Droneski, Steve Berm RL, and Triplet364. They asked, in no uncertain terms, why did I choose the worst color in Rocket League to collect and make my entire online persona around? Well, this question has a multifaceted answer. The core reason for this was due to me wanting to bring Burnt Sienna up to the same level of value and desire as the other colors. Albeit, these days, titanium white, black, and crimson still seem to be the most desired, but Burnt Sienna is a lot more popular than it used to be. The second reason was because I had recently finished collecting the first Striker Disco Wheel set on PS4. I wanted to have another goal to work towards, and after taking a look through my inventory and seeing my Burnt Sienna Paragon Helios, I had made up my mind on the spot to collect Burnt Sienna. Fun fact, my first Burnt Sienna was that very Helios. Capo31, a good friend of mine, wanted to know what the first item was, so there you go. Finally, I wanted to be known in the community for more than just being a middleman. Despite how helpful middlemen are, they still help break TOS, and that type of thing is more limited to the trading scene. I wanted to carve my own niche into the community as a whole, and I think I've succeeded. Speaking of middlemen, here's a question from @BoomShakalakaGuy. He's asked for the biggest tip that I've received for middlemaning. Now, for those of you not too familiar with what a middleman is, I help people complete trades that would normally require multiple trade windows, such as exceeding the 24 item limit and the 100,000 credit limit, and for cash trades. Generally, the traders will tip me just like you would a waiter or a bartender. Now, I have done countless middleman jobs, ranging from the smallest one of 50 credits to multiple white hats at their peak prices. I couldn't say exactly which is the biggest, but I was once tipped $300 for a 3 Alpha Boost trade, and I did a 2 white hat trade which yielded me around 250 keys. Now, keys were the currency before credits came out during the free-to-play update. Always tip your middleman. The next question comes in from a source that you may have heard of. Rocket Sludge wants to know what my favorite trade story was that I was a part of. Now, there's a lot of stories that come to mind while I sat down to make this video. I've been part of so many things, ranging from pros buying Alpha Boost to monumental $10,000 plus trades. But I would have to say my favorite took place August 29th, 2017. Rocket League trading was still in its infancy, and the scene was so vastly different you wouldn't even recognize it. I had been searching for Striker, Burnt Sienna, Apex for quite a while, and there was just none out there. At the time, I was a moderator for the Rocket League Exchange subreddit and had built up such a reputation and following that various users had offered up their items in addition to my own to help me get those Apex. It took a while, but eventually we found a pair, and the amount paid was insane for the time. Upwards of 15 people had contributed, and you can find the list on screen right now. I hope you guys paused the video there to check out that list because it's crazy. Anyway, next up we have a couple different questions that may be different but end up having the same answer. Luffy's Depute, I hope I said that right, wants to know what the rarest Burnt Sienna item is, and RL Barbecue wants to know what my favorite item is and why. Now, the answer to both these questions is in fact the same: Burnt Sienna Creeper Goal Explosion. I've only seen a small handful of these in the game, and the only one I ever saw certified was Striker. Ever since these came out in the Haunted Hollow crates in October of 2017, I've wanted a Burnt Sienna one. I'm so happy to have acquired one, and it's usually my go-to goal explosion. So as a follow-up to this question, 851815_RL wants to know what Burnt Sienna items I'm missing, and if I have every single tradable and paintable black market in Burnt Sienna. While I do have at least one of every item in Burnt Sienna, I do not have every single cert and every single crate series in Burnt Sienna. That would drive me insane. However, the only Burnt Sienna item I'm missing, aside from tournament items which are unfortunately untradeable, is the Burnt Sienna Masamune. It was in the shop on August 29th, 2022, and I was unfortunately not home at the time and missed it. My friend Pentacorp_RL wants to know if my passion for burnt sienna is a reason why I play like a bronze. Now, as much as I wish this were true, I have been a hard-stuck champ since Season 8, the original Season 8, and you could even call me a washed-up GC, as I have GC tags from Season 14 and Season 6, though that would be quite funny if it were true. Rounding out the final questions is one from the Majestic Art. He would like to know who I look up to in the training community or Rocket League as a whole. This has been one of the harder questions to answer, if I'm being honest. I look up to so many of the content creators, people like Rocket Sludge, Pekapixel, Sunless Khan, Musty, and so many others. Content creation is not easy. They make it look like it is, and I respect it. I mean, it's taken me a while to make this video, so. Though, I do wish they would do more videos with me. So, this has been a pretty long video, and I just wanted you to all know how much I appreciate you watching it this far and giving me your time. It means the world to me that you care enough to stick around, learn about me and what I do, so thank you. Now, one final question that I'm going to sneak in here is from my friend Yakuza. He wants to know, like many of you, what my next goal is in Rocket League now that I've reached 100,000 burnt sienna items. Truth is, I want to get better at the game. I want to get good. I want to pick up content creation even more. And you know, I'm still going to collect burnt sienna, albeit maybe slow down a little bit. I can never stop, not until I break the game. But that's going to do it for this video. Once again, I'd like to thank you all if you got this far, and I hope it's provided a valuable insight into my mind, what I do, and why. I hope to see you all again, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and make sure you hit those flip resets.